Welcome back to Genshin Impact. We're currently in the midst of the main event of the 6.7 slash Luna 8 update. And we've done a few things every now and then, like we did a little bit of the story. We also did one quest regarding the Witch's Revelations buffs. And, well, there's bound to be a lot more to do. So, we're just gonna cut to the chase right here. I'm actually going to meet you, first things first, with Barbeloff. So,
The Zappolyarny Palace again? Ugh, seriously. What's the point in all these endless meetings?
well, we have to do a couple meetings right here, Sandrone. So, let's go ahead and meet up with Barbeloff.
Huh? Isn't that Mizuki and her two mini Baku? Are they talking to Barbeloff already?
Well, that was quick.
Traveler and Paimon? Lady Barbeloff was just talking about you. I was wondering if we might cross paths.
And what do you know? We just happened to cross paths.
It seems like fate has already arranged our meeting place.
Are you here? Are you here on holiday, Mizuki?
I suppose you could say that. If the prep work for this educational film about psychology I'm doing goes smoothly, I should indeed have time for some leisure. Though until then, I still need to focus on my work.
A film about psychology? Is this a new form of therapy?
Whoa! Films can do that? That's amazing!
I didn't know they could do that, and I took psychology while I was in college.
It's a new idea I came up with. Back when I was promoting Isa Bathhouse, I took inspiration from Fontanian cinema and recorded a few variety show episodes. People seemed to love it. Not only did they watch every episode, they even remembered all the psychological concepts we showcased.
Now that's impressive.
So I thought, why not make a few films about mental disorders as a fun and educational way to explain basic psychological concepts? If I can raise everyone's basic awareness, perhaps people can develop a more objective understanding of what mental disorders are. Perhaps I can stop people from blindly dismissing these conditions as made-up nonsense, or treating them like some terrifying boogeyman.
Boogeyman? Ooga booga 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 booga.
And maybe my future therapy sessions will go a little more smoothly.
You've clearly put a lot of thought into this, and have considered this thoroughly.
That's right. After all, illnesses of the mind are invisible and hard to pin down. Trying to get a hold on them, or even just detecting their existence, is sometimes far from easy. But even I don't know how to pin them down to fit neatly into a script. I'm a bit embarrassed to admit it, but even though I've written quite a few papers about mental health, I'm completely stuck when it comes to writing a film script. Sometimes I stay cooped up in my room all day, endlessly going over a few lines of dialogue or a few seconds of plot. Even then, I might come away with nothing to show at the end of it.
That sounds exhausting. It sounds like you need to relax.
Maybe you're just missing a little spark of inspiration. When Paimon and the Traveler get stuck on one thing, we do something else, and then, ding! The answer just pops into our heads.
It's true. We do that all the time in World Quest. And in also story. Yeah. A little bit of a fourth wall break right there.
It seems like great minds think alike, Paimon. That's why I came here, to experience a form of divination quite unlike the fortune slips I'm used to. I'm hoping this mage's lunar arcana can bring me some fresh inspiration.
Inspiration. Anya once said that she wanted to write a fairy tale for every card in the Lunar Arcana. But there were so many stories she wanted to write, and so little time. Since you're looking for inspiration, go ahead and draw a card, Miss Yokai. I hope that mage's unfinished fairy tale can lead you to the inspiration for your own story.
All right, Lady Barbeloth. But most of what I know about divination relates to the Grand Narukami Shrine. Fortune-telling with cards is a first for me. If I do anything that breaks the proper ritual etiquette, please set me straight.
Oh my, the reversed moon. The upright and reversed meaning of the moon are similar. Escapism, illusion, self-deception. Like someone traveling beneath a dark moon, having lost their way forward, but not knowing how to break free.
That doesn't sound good. Even a little negative, too.
Yeah. Why does the meaning of this card sound like a warning? Paimon's got a really bad feeling about this.
I, too, am also experiencing the heebie-jeebies.
However, since Miss Yume Mizuki can still hear this prophecy, it means the situation is not yet too dire. With a little effort, you may be able to exit the haze that obscures your path ahead and find what you seek.
Escapism, illusion, and self-deception?
Taking the card at face value, yes. To put it more plainly, you're running from an answer that's right before your eyes. Searching far, you should be looking near.
Are you saying there's someone who can review my script standing right in front of me?
Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to be the one reviewing the script?
It's not limited to just the script, but how you interpret the meaning behind the card is entirely up to you.
The answer is right in front of my eyes, yet I'm searching far when I should be looking near. I think I understand what you're getting at. When you put it like that, I really have been deceiving myself. Or rather, I couldn't help but search far when I should be looking near. I thought about visiting Yae Publishing House and asking Guja Yae for advice, but then... From a clinical perspective, I suppose this counts as unconscious avoidance. Thank you for your divination, Lady Barbeloth. You really helped me find inspiration after all.
There's no need to thank me. I did nothing. You untangled the threads of fate yourself. I merely placed the loose ends in your hands. However, Guji Yae is also someone swept along by fate. Intertwining threads often bring trouble. With that in mind, keeping your distance wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
If I simply ask for some feedback on my script, surely that wouldn't bring fate into the mix, would it?
As I said, how you interpret things is not up to me, Miss Yume Mizuki. I cannot see every twist in your future from reading a single card. Who can perceive every obstacle on the path of fate before it trips them up? Sometimes it's just like that little brat said. Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted. Anyway, Miss Yokai, I look forward to watching your film.
It's time for the Witch's Ward, which is basically the exact same thing as we did with the Yaimiko trial. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do a little thing. It might be a good idea for me to use Layla in this case.
stories to the wind! Time to relax.
Oh, right. I forgot. These are the kinds of things that explode. But it does seem that I am dealing quite a bit of damage.
Not now. Oh, might.
Yachan, Taechan, let's go!
You know, I've always wondered why they decided to give Mizuki a buff for this update in
My
particular.
guiding stars. Don't be scared.
Bad dreams be gone! Turn that frown upside
And it might
down.
just be me, but I have a feeling that Mizuki might be getting another buff soon. Because, you know, since this update does technically introduce
The night is cold.
the stellar conduct reaction,
Yachan, Taechan, let's go!
it makes
Time
you
to
wonder.
relax.
Like, it makes you wonder that they might do something that could also benefit Mizuki in the future. I don't know, but that's just me. But as we can see right here, we've completed Witch's Revelations Instruction Beyond Dreams. And, yeah. Okay, there it is. So, as you can see here, we have additional updates regarding Yumi Mizuki's additional talents for Vast Speed the Dream. When Yumi Mizuki triggers a swirl reaction while in the Dream Drifter state, the next instance of periodic AoE animo damage she deals to nearby enemies during that same state will be increased by 1000% of her elemental mastery, and this effect can trigger once every 2.5 seconds. Additionally, when Mizuki is in the Dream Drifter state, the elemental mastery of nearby party characters increase by 10% of Yumi Mizuki's elemental mastery. And I'm not really gonna go into the detail with these constellations, so you could
like
pause the video here and read
I've taught
them.
myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two.
Yeah, so like I said, you could just take the time to read what goes on here. You can pause the video at any point to read them, but with that out of the way, let's go ahead and do our next Witch's Revelations quest, which is actually going to be right now.
Is it coming back to you yet, Chi-Chi? Oh, I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. We still have a long way before we get to the Palais Mermonia. Let's keep walking for now. I'm sure you'll remember where your home is soon. Look, it's Chi-Chi, and she's with the Melozine. Huh, that's a combo Paimon wasn't expecting to see.
Yeah, I was expecting Yao Yao, but Yao Yao's not here.
Traveler and Paimon.
Hello!
You know Chi-Chi? Fantastic news! I ran into her while investigating near Lumadus Harbor. Judging by her size, I figured she was a human child. She is a child, right?
Well, technically, yes, she is a child, but in more realistic terms, she is a zombie. Or I guess the better way to put it in a correct language variation would be a Jiangshi, which is basically a zombie.
I am...
Our good friend!
Right! We go way back! We're the best of friends! Quick thinking. If Chi-Chi had said she was a zombie, I'd have scared her half to death.
Well, it's a good thing that I said that, out of context to where she couldn't actually hear me. Because, we don't want to torture or scare the Melazines. They're too precious to be, be scared.
Yes, best of friends. That's right. Well, this is a happy coincidence for sure. To be honest, this is the first time I've ever found myself completely at a loss. I take it you know about her memory issues? She can hardly seem to remember anything besides her own name. Chi-Chi gets like that sometimes.
Yeah, only sometimes.
Poor child. I was going to take her back to the Mauritius Phantom and let her stay there for a while. But I hoped she might get some of her memories back on the road. Since you're such good friends, I take it you know where she lives? It would save such a lot of trouble if I could take her straight home. We know, but it's, a very long way from here.
Yeah, like a whole nation's away from here.
Very long way? I followed Sealy all the way to Lumiduce Harbor.
Huh? You remembered something? What happened before that?
Before that, Dr. Baiju took me on his rounds and he, me something. I went to gather herbs and then...
Oh! Baiju took you to Yilong Wharf, right? Detective Paimon thinks she knows what happened.
Alright, the detective, explain what happened.
Baiju took Chi-Chi to visit patients at Yilong Wharf. She got lost while gathering herbs, saw a Sealy, and followed it all the way to Lumiduce Harbor. Good thing Paimon and the Traveler read Robin versus Chesterton. Simple deductions like these are a piece of cake for Paimon now.
You do know that book's a work of fiction, right?
Aha! Well, that checks out. I'll take Chi-Chi back to Yilong Wharf right away. Dr. Baiju is Chi-Chi's guardian, is he? He must be worried sick.
Wait, those people in Barbalof's prophecy, wasn't Chi-Chi one of them?
Oh, you're right. Paimon almost forgot about that. Barbalos, are you there? Can you hear us?
No need to shout. I've been here all along. I simply didn't want to interrupt your conversation. Listening is the default state of any good fortune teller.
Well, I cannot argue with that.
This Seely's so-called guidance could also be considered the guidance of fate. Since you're here, Chi-Chi, why not let me read your fortune?
Fortune?
Oh dear, Barbie, allow me to interject. You're really not suited to talking to children, you know. You're scaring the poor girl. Let me take this one. Now listen closely. This is how you deliver a little surprise gift. Ahem. Little Chi-Chi, member of the Little Hexen Circle, I'm the mother of your ally Klee, Auntie Alice, the greatest witch in the world.
Not only is she the greatest witch in the world, she's also the best mom in the whole world.
Nice to meet you, Auntie Alice.
Ah, what a sweet, polite little child. Come now, let Auntie's friend, another great witch, throw you a wonderful surprise fortune-telling party.
Oh, a party? That sounds like fun.
Fortune-telling party?
That's right. Look at the cards in front of you. Aren't they pretty? Do you like them?
I like them.
That's wonderful. Now, can you pick one for me?
Is this one all right?
Of course. And because you were so wonderfully well behaved, that card is yours to keep.
Thank you.
All right, Barbie, break time's over. Come help little Chi-Chi with her reading.
I guess this means goodbye, Alice.
Oh, you don't need to shake me awake. I've been listening the whole time. Ah, upright hanged man. Very few people draw this card.
That means you're very special, Chi-Chi.
It symbolizes transcendence and waiting, and also detachment from the everyday world. There are shackles that bind you, but you yourself have no desire to break free from them.
Shackles? Do you mean my orders?
At least on the surface, you wouldn't be wrong to understand things in such a way. As for your future, all you need to do is wait. Of course, it's not like you lack for time, but... Oh my, how strange, how very strange.
Hold up a second, you're saying too much at once. Give the poor child a moment to breathe. Let Chi-Chi savor her little gift first. You really do need to show a little more patience with children. What do you think, Chi-Chi? Do you like your surprise?
This card is pretty. Thank you, Auntie Alice.
Oh, good girl. You did such a good job remembering Auntie's name. Oh, Auntie would love to chat with you some more, but it's time for you to go home. If Auntie Barbie has more to say, then next time the Hexen Circle meets, she can make a prophecy for every little witch who attends. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Could you not add to my workload without asking me first?
Then it's settled. See you next time, Chi-Chi, and all of you witnesses.
Alright, see ya, Alice.
Bye-bye, Auntie Alice and Auntie Alice's best of friends.
Phew! Is that all over now? Did those two voices just come from this doll? What kind of toy is this? It's so cute! Where can I... Ugh! No, that's not important right now. Chi-Chi, let's go find that Dr. Baiju of yours.
You know, the more that I think about it, the more that I want a Dodoko plushie as well. Because it's really cute.
It's time. Chi-Chi should go home. See you next time, Traveler and Paimon.
Take care, Chi-Chi. Make sure to stay safe.
Card. Gift. Pretty.
And as stated, this is just basically the same whole thing, so let me just go ahead and start this off. Oh, Kaching's here. I guess we'll be procting some stellar conduct reactions then. You know, I can't remember the last time that I've actually used Kaching for, well, anything really. In fact, if there's one thing that I do remember regarding Kaching, is that I actually used her as my first free 5-star selector back in, you know, when that one first came out. And, wow, it's been since then. My gosh, it's been a while.
Orders given. Orders received. Nowhere to hide. Rise.
You know what, I consider this a good thing that we're only taking on one of these Rift Hounds at a time.
With sword from shadow.
The only downside is that, well,
Don't blink.
it's a Rift Hound. Oh, right, I forgot I placed that over there.
Wheel
Whoops.
opening box of a death trick. Nowhere to hide.
You know, it makes me wonder, you know, once we start off the next potential free 5-star selector for the standard banner, I wonder who I'm going to pick, because at this point, I now have every character within the standard banner. Huh. Maybe I'll probably pick... I don't know. It's like, I have choices, like, I could go for, like, C4 Jean, I could go for C4 Mona. But let's go ahead and take a look at Chi-Chi's buffs. And as you can see here, her first Ascension talent includes now, with the Radiant Stellar Conduct, is now this effect now has a 100% chance to trigger a fortune-preserving talisman to them for 6 seconds, and the cooldown is reduced to 15 seconds. So, yeah, that's a pretty significant buff to this Ascension talent. With the 7 Sacred Treasures additional talent,
party, don't you think?
with the
I
Radiant
wonder who else.
Stellar Conduct, while the Herald of Frost is on the field, characters in Chi-Chi's party have their Super Conduct and Stellar Conduct reaction damage increased by 50%. And additionally, when inside a Polestar field, Chi-Chi will enter the Radiant Stellar Conduct state. And as you can see here, we'll just also take a little bit of time to read the effects of their elemental skill, and then her elemental burst. And as you can see here, with the Radiant Stellar Conduct for the burst, deals an additional instance of cryo damage that's also considered Stellar Conduct. And then we have her C1 with the Stellar
Called
Conduct
back
boost.
to the Zeppel-Yarny Palace
Chi-Chi
again?
restores 6 energy within the Herald of Frost
What's the
attacks and
point in all
coordinated
these
attacks of
endless
opponents.
meetings?
And this effect can trigger once every 6 seconds. And with her C2, her attack is increased by 50%. Her C4 is more or less buffed. And her C6 is, well, more or less buffed, as well as including the reviving all of your fallen party members and regenerates 50% of their HP once every 15 minutes upon using the burst. And now, I'm pretty sure you've read all of that. You've taken the time to pause the video to read all of that has been going on, in case you don't have the character. If you do have the character, well, yeah. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of fast forwarding, because it's time to start up the story.
Ah, you're here. We should get going then. Xavier and the others should be filming soon. How's it going? Have you managed to figure out the location of your home yet? I've narrowed down a few potential locations. We just need to take a sample from each one. Once the equipment analyzes them, we should know the exact location and where to find the entrance.
Well, that sounds great.
Great! We should get started then. All right, let's get a move on. That should do it. Let's head back. The filming should be just about done. We made good time. We might know the location by the end of the day. You sound pretty happy about that. Do I? I suppose I've just had enough of these anomalies I've been dealing with. The sooner I can fix them, the better. Anyway, enough chit-chat. We have work to do. Oh, but let's head in through the side door. I don't want to run into the crew on the deck. All right. Now we just need to wait for the results.
For the record, I had to commit to the bit. I had some water on me, and I just gargled everything.
Since we have some time to kill, I suppose I might as well see how this aquarium of yours is coming along. You seemed quite enthusiastic about it, after all.
Oh, yeah, It's totally enthusiastic about it.
It's really coming together!
It sure is. Yep. You know, one thing that I've actually just realized is that even though this is, in essence, like the main event, I guess in another way, it also kind of acts like a story quest for Sandrone. It's like, am I the only one who feels that way, or is it just me?
Oh, kind of impressive, actually.
Thank you.
These must be the ones we caught the first time we went underwater.
Correct.
It's fine, I guess. Nothing special. Come on! It sounded like you really liked it just now.
It actually sorta did.
You're that proud of it? Is this a sense of accomplishment or something?
Well, I feel accomplished.
Oh, yeah? It ain't pretty.
Yep, it's also pretty.
You know it's gonna be gone soon, though, right?
Yes.
What do you mean? After the festival, this ship will be returned to the fortress of Meropede, and this aquarium will be no more.
And that means we'll have to release all the fishies that we've caught.
So?
Yeah, what's your point?
So, no matter how much work you put into this place, once the festival is over, it's all just going to disappear. But not making the most of it when we have a chance is an even bigger waste.
Yeah, Paimon, you actually make a very compelling point right there.
But if you know it's all going to be gone one day, why even bother? Well,
Because you still get to keep the things you gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced.
Good save, me.
Doesn't that make losing them even harder? Well, if you put it like that. But the happy memories we make along the way last forever. You just have to take a more glass half full perspective.
Yeah, optimism.
Not to mention, everything we do here is gonna be on film, so it'll still live on in some shape or form. And when you look back on it, only happy memories will come to mind. Exactly! So it's about finding joy in the process itself.
Traveler! You're back.
Oh, see, Lolly, it's nice to see you.
What's wrong with that? You say that like it's terrible news or something.
Well, it's not terrible news. It's fantastic news.
How did you get here? I didn't see you on the deck. Oh, never mind. We need to help Miss Guillotin hide ASAP. The crew is heading over here to shoot any second.
What? They should be done by now.
Yeah, I thought they finished.
There was a mishap earlier that cost them some time. I was waiting on deck so I could warn you the minute you showed up. Anyway, you should head back to the captain's cabin right away. They're gonna be here any minute now. Ugh, finally! That's a wrap for the scenes on the deck. It's taken half as long if the wind hadn't snapped our equipment in two.
Is that my hot and beautiful Fontanian wife who didn't turn into a water droplet, Queen Navia? And Miss Emily as well?
Uh-oh! Too late!
Uh-oh. Looks like it's bad news bears for us.
Change of plans then. You'll just have to hide.
Hide! And where exactly am I supposed to do that? Oh, there's a box over there! You can get in that!
Yeah, it's time to do some Metal Gear Solid tactics and hide in a box.
You expect me to? Why not my makeup done for the next scene? For the love of...
Let me see. Maybe just a quick touch-up.
Huh? Traveler and Paimon? What are you doing here? I thought you took the day off to take care of something.
Oh, we did. We just finished moments ago.
Huh? Well, it didn't take as long as we were expecting, so we came early. Hey, you guys! You're still not done shooting for the day?
No, we ran into an issue at that is back. It meant Miss Charlotte's crew wasn't able to wrap either. We both still have scenes to shoot in this aquarium.
Not ideal. For several reasons. Let us help them. The sooner we wrap, the sooner everyone can get some rest.
Right.
Thanks, you two.
And not a problem, Bina.
Miss Charlotte's crew can go first then. If I'm not mistaken, you still have a night shoot later.
Thanks, Director Bina.
Of course. Fellow artists should help each other out where we can.
Truly.
Agreed. Well then, camera, lights, get set up. Actors, give your lines a quick once-over. Let's try to get this in one take. All right, places, everyone. And 3, 2, 1, action.
So, story like this. But when Duke McMahon started, he said that everything would be
Sounds familiar. Wait, it's from that novel I came across while researching the numerological array.
He's only a genius when it comes to mechanics, and everything else, he's just an ordinary person.
Huh? What was that noise? Whatever, I'll just fix it in post.
Miss Jacoba, please don't speak as if I were the accomplice.
Not so hard. This box isn't sturdy enough for that.
This is why I'm saying, don't put too much trust in Clockwork Mecha. Unlike humans, machines don't have a heart.
Heart?
That's right. It's what's on the inside. It's also referred to as someone's soul, or likened to free will. You can think of it as a person's core, what makes them unique. In general, though, people don't believe machines are capable of having a soul.
You said my emotion module was faultless.
It is, but that's not quite the same thing.
Do you think I have one then? A heart?
I don't think so. I know so. The question is, do you recognize it within yourself?
That's where you're wrong.
Put it hide in a box and
Clocks through tranquil years. Fish swim in crystalline springs. No matter how grand a dream is, it will fade away like this. Forlorn. Wordless. Silent.
And cut. That was a long one.
If she makes them do another take, I'm going to flip her lid. Not into this box.
Oh, there were some weird audio things going on, but acting-wise, it was great. It's a keeper.
Perfect. That means
I can get out of this box.
It's our turn.
No, right. It's almost kind of like that Sandrone is like breaking the fourth wall when she did that.
Camera operator, set up for the next scene. This one, our protagonist peruses an aquarium in a foreign land and gets swept up in memories of her friend. In terms of... That's all I'm looking for. Got that?
Crystal clear, director.
Dude, I thought there'd be a break and Sandrone could slip away. What are we gonna do now?
We're just gonna have to improvise, Paimon. I don't know how I'm speaking to you in your mind, within my mind, but we're just gonna go with it. Guess she's just gonna have to hang in there a little longer.
Break a leg! Yep, we're headed off to shoot our next scene.
All right, quiet on set. You're about to start rolling. Ready, Miss Columbina? Miss Columbina?
I think she would like this.
She's too distracted by the fishies.
Quick, we should roll on this.
It doesn't forge with the others, or prey upon its smaller kin. Instead, it remains where it is, cradled in the coral's quiet beauty, as though the raging cyclones above are of no consequence. And yet, she still stood before the cyclone in the end. So I think that story has it wrong. She is no different than us. She has a heart.
Okay, now this little bit of instance right here, that's just really cute and sweet.
Columbina.
She didn't say that in an angry tone!
Is she onto us?
Bina!
What is she doing? Cut!
You okay, Columbina?
Hmm? Oh, yes. I just thought...
Why don't we take a short break? It's been a long day of shooting so far. That last take was beautifully organic, though. We can use it as is. No need to go again.
Thanks, Director Farina. But I'm fine to continue.
You're sure? In that case, let's shoot some quick B-roll. Then we can move to our next outdoor scene.
Clear this time.
We somehow managed to escape Sandrone getting caught by the Bina.
Ugh! Absolutely suffocating.
You okay, Sandrone?
Yeah, you were in there for quite some time.
Right as rain. Come on, let's go check the test results. It's time for me to go home.
Okay, that's probably the last time I'm actually gonna do like the gargling take, because it's starting to affect me a little bit.
All right, it should be around here. Give me some space. I'll activate the water insulating mechanism.
Alrighty then.
The what? Alen, much like Renee, had long predicted that the water levels in Fontaine would rise. Thanks to his expertise in mechanics, he was able to implement a few simple measures to protect our home from flooding.
That's pretty good to hear. That, they would be able to do that.
I told him there was no need, that I would just move when the water rose too high. But it would seem he knew a day like this would come. All right, the silt has been cleared away.
I guess this would also technically be considered a new part of Fontaine that we haven't discovered.
Go activate the mechanism for the first sluice gate. That will fill the empty middle chamber with water.
Alright then. To think that there was actually a house inside, these ruins.
All right, now turn on the drainage mechanism in front of the second sluice gate, and this chamber will become empty once again.
Oh, finally! I can breathe again. There's no more water. Who would have thought that there'd also be a house inside, a cave, basically. Why do I feel like I've seen this before?
So, this is where you used to live? It's beautiful! There's even a garden! Back when I lived here, it was my job to tend to the potted plants and flower beds. Still growing strong even after all this time. Who would have thought? If the weather was nice, I would take Alen out in his wheelchair and we would go for a walk. Before long, we started bringing Polonia along too. Come to think of it, I was the only one who could get around easily back then. Polonia always got stuck at some point, and it was up to me to launch a rescue mission.
Those sound like happy memories.
Happy? I suppose they were. Uneventful, but pleasant. Repetitive, but peaceful. It was like living in a world where time didn't exist. Of course, that was all just an illusion. Death still awaits all of us at the end. Oh. All right, enough standing around. Let's head inside.
I want to see what the inside of this house looks like. And it looks like we're about to find out.
Yep, this place is exactly how I left it. Nothing has changed.
Oh, right, Sandrone. I have something to give back to you.
What is it?
Your notebook.
Huh? How did you get... Oh, Arlecchino gave it to you, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Right before she left for not... Yes, right before she left Not Cry.
And you... read the whole thing. Just so you know, a lot of that was written a long time ago. At that very desk, to be exact. Anyway, since you've already read it, you should just hold on to it. I can always start a new one.
Are you sure?
Well, feel free to look around. I'm going to start looking for the gift Alen mentioned.
Now, pardon the intrusion, then.
Oh, but be careful with the stuff around here. I'm not saying you can't touch anything. Just try not to choke on the dust.
You hear that, Paimon? No choking on the dust. Let's take a look at this desk. A few old toys that appear to be math-related. There are also some complex mathematical puzzles on the table.
Oh, I played with these when I was little. During the first few months after I was created, I mean. At first, Alen and I would play together, but it didn't take long for me to become unbeatable. So, Polonia and I played together instead.
Yeah, these don't look like Paimon's kind of games.
It seems like they might be a bit too complicated for Paimon's brain.
Logic and math puzzles? Those happen to be my specialty.
I happen to be quite a fan of Sudoku.
It's been so long. What do you say? Should we play a few rounds?
Sure, you pick the game.
Let's go with this one. The gears on the left are stacked from largest to smallest. The goal is to move them to the other side in the fewest number of moves. Just remember, you can't stack a bigger gear on top of a smaller one.
Oh, right, I remember this kind of game. And you can only move one gear at a time. Smaller gears must stay on top. Move all gears to the other side. Okay, let's see. I guess with 5 pieces, it's much easier to do. Wait. Yeah, that's how we should do it. Wait. Hold on. Unless I might be big braining this. I'm probably not big braining it, but no, I probably shouldn't put that there. So let's just do it like this, maybe. Wait, no, I thought I. Oh, okay. I think I got it now. Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely got it. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay. Wait, no, to put this one here, then we'll do this here. Then this, and then this. Okay, I did it. I did it. I did it in 113 moves.
Looks like it took you a few extra moves. My first attempt was the same. You'll get better with practice.
Oh, thanks.
Well, what did you think of the game?
You know, despite my blunder, it was pretty fun.
You showed quite a bit of promise, too. We should do this again sometime. There are other puzzles we could try.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Some yellow pieces of paper and what looks like letters.
Oh, these are some of Alen's drafts from his later years. Just casual doodles, really. And these are just some unimportant letters. I couldn't be bothered to sort through them before I left.
Oh, well. Ooh, what's this? A picture. It's a faded old picture.
Wait, the people in this picture look kind of familiar.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Oh, this was taken when Alen and Renee were both still at the Fontaine Research Institute. Before their falling out. In his later years, Alen would often sit by the fireplace and stare at this picture, wearing an expression somewhere between guilt and longing.
You know, the glow-up is actually insane for when they got older. And I'm pretty sure the one with the monocle and purple hair, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Renee. And my gosh, he looks handsome.
He said he sometimes regretted not helping his friend when he needed it most. Even if just to stop him.
And of course, there's the woman in the picture too. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Marianne. Some sort of mechanical workbench covered in all sorts of tools. Nothing like a novice like me can make the heads or tails of.
This was Elend's workbench. Later on, of course, it became mine. It's where both Polonia and I were brought to life. Before Elend was bedbound, this is where he would teach me about mechanics. I would sit and listen, chiming in with questions here and there. Later on, when he got too sick, I took over and would work on Polonia here. Wow! This house is filled with so many memories! It's so cozy and charming!
A nice place to retire to.
You should have seen it in its prime, when people actually lived here. A lit fireplace, a steaming cup of coffee. That's the real deal. You know, we also used to have a mechanical piano that Elend built. Ooh, how chic! Elend never played it much. He probably wasn't able to at that point. But I managed to teach myself. Music theory is essentially math after all. Once you learn the patterns, it's not really that difficult. I loved perusing Elend's collection of classical music. The chords and harmonies felt like individual mathematical puzzles. It was fascinating, so I did some composing as well. But as Elend continued to deteriorate, even the sound of music began to grate on his nerves. So I got rid of the piano. Aww.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Back then, I assumed a piano was like an ordinary clothing rack, commonplace in every home and easily replaceable. It was only after I left that I realized how hard a good piano is to find. Enough about that. Elend's gift should be just in here. The only things undisturbed before I left were a few of his personal belongings.
Is that a picture of a set of buildings from Mondstadt? Oh, I guess we're heading to Elend's bedroom. Open sesame!
Wait, there's a hidden compartment at the back of this box. Looks like it's locked with some kind of gear mechanism. Knowing you, Elend, I'm guessing it goes like this, then like this. Got it. Am I a genius or what? Let's see here. A box?
It was a box inside a box. I knew it.
Well, you gonna open it?
I want to see what's inside the box.
It's heavier than I was expecting. Just how much stuff is in here?
I don't know. It's not even open.
A letter? And a bunch of junk underneath it. None of it seems that important. Wait a second. This should be it. Oh, a cube?
What's a cube doing in here?
It's a multidimensional algorithmic core. Elend would use it to store information. Only Polonia and I have access. All right, I'll start looking into the core and the letter. Feel free to go through the rest of the stuff and see if there's anything useful. Okay. Hold on. There's another another picture in here. This one has writing on the back.
And it's a picture of Sandrone.
A snapshot of you playing among the plants shortly after you were born. You seem to like these flowers a lot. May you grow and flourish just as they do.
I know this isn't really big enough for a thumbnail, but I think it's at least good to, actually show that.
Huh? Wow! Look how happy you are in this picture. You've changed a lot since then, huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that you come off kind of aggressive sometimes, or, annoyed at everyone around you.
Well then, people should stop being so annoying. It's not like I'm the one with the problem.
Of course not.
It's almost like she said that sarcastically.
Oh, here's something else. Looks like a piece of paper torn out from somewhere. Today, I solved another math puzzle and made a breakthrough on a construction problem the Institute has been stuck on for years. Am I a genius or what?
No, wait, that's
Is it something that we shouldn't know about? I kind of want to know about it more. Read more, Paimon!
From now on, I should have people address me as Her Highness the Clockwork Princess, Unraveler of all reason.
Nope. No more of that. I thought I tore this page out.
You wrote this? Then how did it get... Wait, there's more writing at the bottom.
Quick, read more of it, Paimon, before she rips it apart.
You seem to have developed a distaste for this particular entry, considering I found it in the trash. I'm sorry, but I could not help but hold on to it. Forgive me.
Helen! Don't be embarrassed. Everyone goes through a phase like that.
Nonsense. I wasn't even the one who wrote that. It must have been Polonia.
It's okay. We get it. Your Highness.
That's enough. I told you it was Polonia.
Sure, okay.
You know what? We're done with this. No more rifling around in the box.
Aww.
Just put it down and let me read the letter. To my little clockwork princess.
I guess it's for Polonia.
Not another word. Got that?
Crystal clear.
If you're reading this,
You've most likely received the gift I left for you. I just hope you didn't stumble across all this while cleaning out my effects or something trivial like that. I once asked if there was something you wished for. Do you remember that? I wonder if time has changed your answer. Regardless, I have another gift. A formula that will allow you to come face to face with the anomaly inside of you. If you even still call her that. Why this gift? To understand that, allow me to wax poetic on the soul once again. I would ask you to stick with me until the end, but I know you will. You always have. I believe a person should be born twice over in their lifetime. First, there's the birth that grants us life. Then, the birth of the soul. It's a matter of transforming the life bestowed upon us into the life we choose for ourselves. And to do that, we must look inward. We must make a conscious choice to define the meaning of our life instead of allowing the happenstance of our existence to pass us by. This is the process of recognizing the soul that lives within us. You are my proudest masterpiece. I told you that long ago. But to me, you have never been a creation or a machine. To me, you're just like the rest of us. You have a heart. In fact, some theories think of the human brain as nothing more than a machine, and thought the product of its computations. So you see, perhaps we're not so different after all. Your inner machinery is just far more advanced than most. No matter how one looks at it, the heart is a complex thing, a place where logic and reason collide with our emotions. Your computational capacity allowed you to become sentient and develop logical reasoning. But it also granted you something that, on the surface, might seem contradictory: emotion. Emotions and logic often clash with each other, and those instances of discord can accumulate over time. That is the source of what you refer to as the anomalies within you. As you told me once, you've always known what you don't want, yet you've never wished for anything in particular. Similar to how a blind person can feel when a part of their body is in pain without being able to fully visualize its form, such is your relationship with your soul. So, what I leave you now is this: a formula that will allow you to see the shape of your soul. For if you want to protect your heart, you must first be able to recognize it within yourself.
Of course. Whether you use it is entirely up to you. You are, and always have been, free to do as you wish. Regardless, whether by my formula or some other means, I trust you will know your heart one day. You always were a fast learner, and the smartest person I've ever known. Ellen. Oh.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've already figured out how this formula works. Let's get out of here and then we can use it. You made up your mind already? You're gonna do it? Why wouldn't I? Resolving the anomalies within my core is the reason I came here in the first place.
Do you need our help?
No, I can do this on my own. But, do you want to watch? What do you mean?
Yeah, what exactly do you mean by letting us watch?
I already know what anomaly I need to resolve. Like Ellen said, she's an amalgamation of all the times my logic algorithms have clashed with my emotions. And by resolve, you mean that literally, or...? Yes. But if you, let us in like that, wouldn't that mean letting us see a bunch of your, inner thoughts and secrets? If what Ellen said is true, then I'm about to be, born anew, or whatever. This is your chance to be lucky enough to witness it.
Well, Paimon, we shouldn't waste this opportunity, you know?
Besides, you already read my whole diary. When it comes to keeping my innermost thoughts to myself, well, I think that ship has sailed. You're really sure about this? How many times do I have to say it? I finally let you in as, friends, and you want to question it. I'm not gonna offer a second time.
Then we'd be honored. And thanks for saying that. Sandrone.
Enough with the mushy stuff. Just follow me.
I've learned to grow and appreciate Sandrone as a character even more now. You know, ever since, we've been working together within Nod Cry, and now in this situation, it's even more. Okay, there we go. It's like, am I not close enough?
All right. With the numerological array, I can construct a simple formula that will allow you to experience what I see and hear in real time. Oh, just like St. Lolly's scent-sharing technique. Been there, done that. Huh, sounds like that shaman has some tricks up her sleeve.
Oh, yeah, she is the greatest granny of all time.
The arcane and the mathematical are both fundamental laws of this world. Being able to achieve a similar result through both isn't surprising. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. But no comments from the peanut gallery, okay? I know I offered, but I still don't want any interruptions.
You got that, Paimon? No comments.
Is this my heart? No, it's probably just the result of a lens formula. A space dedicated to resolving anomalies. Huh. It looks like the walls are all mirrors? You made it. About time. Is that me? From the past? You just spoke of anomalies. Well, here I am. What happens when emotion contradicts reason? Shall we sit down and talk?
I guess we're gonna sit down and talk. Wait, oh my god, she's moving with me. Also, I just realized they technically have different outfits. Well, then again, I guess that would be NPC Sandrone. And we are playable Sandrone. Sit. Sit. I shall sit.
That should do it. Hello, my name is Alain Guillotin. Can you hear me?
Brings back memories, doesn't it? The time we spent here.
Here, I want you to have this.
A notebook?
You can use it to write things down.
I don't need to write things down. I have unlimited memory.
Even so, some things are more important than others, right? You can use it to write about the things that matter.
So you wish me to carry out a basic priority sorting operation?
I suppose you can think of it like that for now. But journaling is also an act of finding oneself. Much like we use wooden stakes to guide a plant to grow in a certain manner, what we choose to write down gives the soul much-needed direction. In the act of choosing what to forget and what to hold on to, we decide what kind of person we want to become.
I don't understand. Like I said earlier, I don't need something like this. This is where we were born. Where our life began. Morning of tending to the garden. Afternoons spent cleaning, reading, or studying. Evenings of cozying up by the fire, listening to Alain share stories about his past.
Len,
What is it?
what are you drinking?
Oh, this? It's coffee. It, makes me more productive.
I want to try it.
Oh, okay. Here.
Bitter. Speaking of, why did you design me with senses? Taste, smell, touch.
Well, I'm not quite sure. It just felt like the right thing to do. I suppose I hoped you might have a life of your own one day, and that you deserve to experience all life has to offer.
Oh. Still bitter. But the smell is nice. I thought those peaceful days would go on forever. You know that's not possible. Maybe. But how was I supposed to know the end was just around the corner? That was just bad luck. Was it? Well, it certainly became a pattern, now didn't it? Over time, one of the habits we picked up from Elen was a love of coffee. We even took to hosting tea parties. A machine acting like a human. Kind of laughable, right? I suppose that's just what I'm used to. Yeah, that's just what we're used to.
Hey, this place isn't half bad. Great spot for a party.
More and more people seem to be showing up to my tea parties uninvited. Anyone care to explain?
Can you blame me? I saw Columbina leading Capitano somewhere, and I had to see what that was about.
Oh, sorry for the silence, but I didn't even realize a child was here until moments ago. I'm sorry for ruining the immersion.
I had simply asked Columbina where I might find Arlecchino. I have business to discuss with her, and Columbina suggested looking here. Tartaglia and I were unaware that this was a private gathering. Apologies for the intrusion. It won't be for long.
Whatever. Just add it to the list of annoying things that have happened today. What's one more? Since you're here, you might as well stay for a cup of tea.
See? Told you she wouldn't mind.
Much obliged, Sandrone.
Well, look who we have here. Good thing I brought extra desserts. This has turned into quite the occasion.
Ah! She's back! I dealt with you many years ago, and you're back! Well, in this context. I mean, she's technically dead, but, you know.
Capitano, I was just about to go find you.
Pardon the intrusion. Rest assured, I won't sully your gathering with talk of work. We can have our discussion later.
Spoken like a true gentleman. A certain unmannered 11th seat could learn a thing or two.
The diss.
You know, you really should start being nicer to me, Rosaline. Or I might just snatch that 8th seat right out from under you.
And the funny... well, not the funny thing is, but the realistic thing is, he technically can.
I'd like to see you try.
If you're gonna fight, take it outside. The only mess I plan on cleaning up is tea-related.
And there's the Bina.
I still don't understand how our quiet afternoon turned into such a crowded gathering. One by one, people just kept barging in. And then, one by one, they left without a word. Yeah, pretty annoying, huh?
And then here we are, in Nodcry, and there's the Bina!
All my days with the Fatui, the times I spent with you, Arlecchino, and Rosaline, they were my favorite. Goodbye, Sandrone.
Don't go, Columbina. We should have just said that. Why didn't we? If we had, would the story have had a different ending? She couldn't stay. There was no future for her here. She would have just faded away. You're right. I suppose that's why you call me an anomaly. Every time you make a decision, there's a voice inside your heart. My voice, asking to contradict all logic and reason. Why didn't we make her stay? Is it worse to fight for something just to lose it? Or not to have fought at all? Don't you find it unfair? One by one, we keep losing the things we care about the most. But in the end, whether I want to fight for something or cry over all we've lost, you just push it down and pretend not to hear.
And then came this instance where we fought Dottore for the first time.
And now, even Polonia, the other half of Elend's legacy, the last remaining member of our family. Even Polonia is no longer with us. I did everything I could, but it's just like Elend always said. Polonia was one of a kind. There was no replicating what he managed to create. Don't you feel like our connection to the past is fading bit by bit? Like, even the things we have left are slowly slipping away. I suppose. But you can't move through life without having to say goodbye. And even as we experience loss, there are always new things to be gained. Ever so logical. What's your take, then? It feels like the more I care about something, the faster the world takes it away. It sounds so stupid, but I can't help it. That's the hand life has dealt me time and time again. Why even fight for something that's just going to be lost in the end? Better to never have had it at all. Better if it would all just disappear. Dark, I know. But the heart wants what it wants. Maybe the stellar legend appeared because of me. Because of what I wish for. I don't think so. Probably not. What an anomaly wants goes against all logic and reason after all. Well, go ahead and do what you came for. You're here to resolve the anomaly, aren't you? Yes. What's it gonna be? Keeping me imprisoned here like before? Or eliminating me entirely, like debugging a code? That might actually be a mercy. I don't care. I just don't want to experience the pain of loss ever again. Go ahead. I'm ready. Why do we keep losing everything we care about? I know it hurts, but that's life. I wish... I know. I've always known. Because we've been one all along. Sandrone!
I'm not crying. I just have something in my eye, that's all.
I'm fine.
It's okay to cry, you know.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's fine. You just say you have something in your eye.
Cry? You've gotta be kidding me. Save the comforting for someone who needs it, Paimon.
But just now, that was...
The emotional side of my core algorithm. My emotion module has always been fully developed and operational. Ellen tried to tell me that too. I've just chosen to ignore her voice all this time.
Because of a fear of loss?
I suppose. Huh. Come to think of it, it's kind of like the aquarium on the ship.
The aquarium?
The old me took one look at it and saw something I would inevitably lose. So I stopped putting in the effort. Then, one by one, the fish all swam away, and the place became even more bleak and depressing. Pretty pathetic, right?
Don't say that. A lot of people would feel the same. It just shows how much you care about what you have.
And what about now?
Now? After seeing what you've done with the aquarium, I have to admit, I think it's beautiful. It's like you said, we get to keep the things we gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced, because we choose to hold them in our hearts.
Well said.
Besides, I've already died once. I'd be stupid not to make the most of this second chance.
Anyway, about your wish.
Right. Earlier your inner self mentioned something about her wish. What was it?
You think that's something you can just ask and I'll tell you? Think again. I may have accepted my emotional self, but I'm not about to go all soft and mushy on the inside and pour my heart out.
Fair enough. Yep. Still the same old Sandrone.
That said, taking a step in the right direction couldn't hurt. Starting with cleaning some old aquarium tanks of my own. Huh? Metaphorically speaking, I mean. Come on, let's head back to the ship. I need to talk to that shaman.
Oh boy, we get to go talk with Grady! That makes me very excited.
Huh? Resentful lost souls?
You couldn't get comfortable sleeping near the Opera Eclese, right? Well, I bet that's why. The Fountain of Lucine is where all the water in Fontaine gathers. So that's where the emotions within the water converge as well.
Hold on. If it's souls we're dealing with, feeling uncomfortable should have been just the beginning. I should have been able to hear their voices or something.
And under normal circumstances, I'm sure someone of your talents would have. The problem is, these souls are no longer complete.
Remind me how they ended up like that again? You mentioned something about them being split apart?
Yes, it's called soul severing. Renee of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo came up with it. After learning of Fontaine's impending doom, Renee thought if he could find a means for the soul to live on in perpetuity, it might ensure the world's salvation. Soul severing was the first step of his research. Unfortunately, his theory of the four orthants was imperfect at the time, and a failure along the way caused his physical form to dissipate. Jakob, another member of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo, sought to carry on Renee's legacy and restore his physical form. He even used some of the people who stood in his way as test subjects for his research.
By severing their souls?
Yes. After Renee successfully awakened, the two continued their research, and all the severed souls ended up merging into Renee's consciousness. After you saved Fontaine by turning Fontainians into true humans, these souls returned to the ley lines. But the souls severed before Renee awakened had nowhere to go, doomed to forever wander the waters of Fontaine as listless spirits.
Almost as if they exist outside the bounds of this world. Unrecognized by the ley lines or fate. No wonder I couldn't sense them.
Breaking free from fate was also one of Renee's goals back then.
Not only that, but over time, they began to fuse with other entities. Their inner resentment lured in all sorts of evil beings, which corrupted and defiled them into nothing more than accumulations of filth. But the full transformation must have been recent. Otherwise, the Udex surely would have noticed. Wait, no, he must know already. That would explain the underwater melazine patrols. No wonder I kept running into officers from the Marechaussee Phantom earlier.
Find your roulette and we can sort it out together.
Yes, let's go see the Udex.
No, not just yet.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
For one, the diplomatic castle alone would be a nightmare. Even though I haven't reported back to Snezhnaya yet, I'm not planning to leave the Fatui anytime soon. Besides, with me here, success is a done deal. Involving other people would just complicate things. All I need is for Miss Lolly to help pinpoint the location of this monstrosity. Think you can do it?
With my eyes closed. This is what I do. I'm a lot better at it than manning a desk, at least. But, how exactly do you plan on resolving this soul stuff? Even to me, there's no obvious answer. Seems pretty complicated, all things considered.
Just trust me. I I have the perfect solution.
Oh, all right. If you're that confident, we'll follow your lead. Why the sudden interest in helping Fontaine with this, Sandrone? You never knew Renee and the others, right?
I have an inkling of a feeling that she kind of does?
No, I didn't. And you're right. This problem has nothing to do with me. I wouldn't get within 10 feet of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo or its members. But, in his later years, Elen told me he regretted not helping his best friend when he needed it the most.
Or I guess it would be better to say that she knows him by name.
He also felt sorry towards Marianne for being too lost in his mechanical research to look after her properly. If he were still with us, I think he'd do the same. He might have a few choice words to say about it, but even after everything, he wouldn't leave his friend's mess for someone else to clean up. Friends don't hold grudges or leave behind regrets. Fixing what happened between him and Renee was one of his greatest wishes. All I'm doing is fulfilling it in his stead.
You really do seem a little different now.
Everything that just happened wasn't for nothing. Why, thank you for pointing out the obvious, Paimon. Just washing off the grime of the past. Turns out, a lot can build up after being ignored for so long.
You know, this is what I get for not actually looking at, the screen, because I was kind of glued to my phone there for a bit. Ay vey.
What's this about aquarium tanks all of a sudden? They go off on some grand adventure and what? Now they have their own private code? Stupid.
I see someone's jealous.
All right then, Seatlolly. Tracking this thing down is up to you.
Huh? Oh, right. No problem.
You've got this, Granny Eatsley!
You've got this, Grady Eatsley.
You. Come with me to Hotel de Boer for a drink. Right now.
Sure, but why?
Why? Because I said so.
Well, that's a good enough reason for me.
Miss Guillotin, I'll report back on the location tomorrow morning. Just need a drink or two first to bolster me up.
Oh, does this mean I get to have some alone time with Grady Eatsley?
Well, don't let me keep you.
You're making it sound like I'm having some alone time with Grady Eatsley.
All right, you. Time to go. I've got scores that need settling.
All right. I'm going.
Huh?
Well, that was quite a bit of an adventure, shall we? So, to finish things off, let's attempt to do a little bit of fishing, shall we? Yeah. So, for the record, the day that I'm technically getting footage for this is July 2nd. And if you've also taken notice that that we've technically gotten this update on, well, technically where I live, it would be the 30th. Is it the 30th? Yeah, it would be the 30th of June. I started, getting stuff for this done on, yesterday, being July 1st. But you want to know something else that happened on July 1st? Would be the latest quality of life update for Uma Musume. And let me tell you something about this update. This was probably one of the biggest, and I mean one of the absolute biggest quality of life updates yet. Like, you'd be surprised on what happened regarding that update. It's like, really, the main thing is the update. But really, the main thing about it was the quality of life update, where a lot of things, you know, improving, you know, the game itself and overall, and all that hullabaloo. But if there's one thing that I would probably say definitely takes the cake, is probably the biggest feature being the stat cap upgrade for all the scenarios. Well, and specifically the updates for not only the URA finale, but also the Unity Cup. And let me tell you about the Unity Cup update. This was without a doubt one of the best updates for it. Because let me go ahead and tell you, oh boy. The first run I did within the updated Unity Cup, man, that was an absolute banger. Because I actually ended up getting my first ever, and I really do mean this, my first ever UG trainee. And of course, it's for the one and only Supreme Commander Special Week, which we also recently got for free within the finale of the main story, the first one, for part 2. And wowee, that was quite a story. Quite a story indeed. Yeah, but in order to get, like, you know, Supreme Commander Special Week for free, because this is technically the first free star UMA that we technically get, aside, you know, for starting out the game, is that you had to run a specific race within the story, but you had to have technically a legacy UMA with the best in Japan skill. And fortunately enough, I did have one trainee that happened to have that skill, and I gotta give special thanks to my favorite fatty. Yes, you know, everyone's favorite fatty, Ogre Cap. Oh, I didn't want to get rid of that. Let's place that there. Then we'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We'll bring this, take that, bring this. Oh. Come on, let me search. But yeah, I used up that Legacy Ogre, and it turned out to be an excellent investment. Because I got my Supreme Commander Special Week for free, also got a neat little card go along with it, which I currently have in free LB. As I usually don't really use the story cards often. I mean, I used them a lot. I used them quite a bit when, you know, starting out. But for the most part, nowadays, I don't really use them. Because nowadays, I just have my, you know, my copy of Kitasan Black. And we all know how Kitasan Black goes. And it's it's kind of a shame, you know, that she's eventually gonna be replaced within the meta. You know, probably within the next handful of months. Yeah, it's a shame, really. But to be perfectly honest, I find Kitasan Black still to be a relatively great card for now. And, you know, with the eventual release of the Speed Agnes Tachyon coming out here, technically on the 22nd, which is when the next scenario comes out, a lot of people are definitely looking forward to the next scenario in Grand Live, because that means no more running Track Blazer, despite with the newest update, Quality of Life update, basically making Track Blazer kind of a nothing burger, really. You know, but the thing is, we're still technically required to run Track Blazer in case, you know, we have to do something regarding, you know, like with these mini events that are going on out and about with the, you know, it's like, you know where I'm going with this, right? I've lost my track of thought, but yeah, you should know that where I'm going with this. Like, it's literally... brain. It's like, it's mandatory, like, with new, like, story-based events, because as of today, the next summer event just released, you know, the one with Major McQueen and Summer Goldship. That one's gonna be fun. Anyway, hello, Siegeween. It seems that you have something for us.
Hello there, Traveler in Paimon. Miss Kyuton mentioned you've been running an aquarium. Naturally, I accepted her invitation to come serve as a marine consultant.
Happy to have you on board. We're so glad for the extra help.
Great! With head nurse Siegeween around, we don't have to worry about the little fishies getting sick. Since you asked me to look after the animals at the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland, I've picked up a few tricks of the trade. It turns out looking after animals isn't all that different from caring for patients. Well, the well-behaved ones at least. But that's the thing. Not all fish are well-behaved. So on top of looking after what you already have, I have a few ideas for inpatient therapy that I'd like to discuss.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
The word from Officer Cisa is that certain wild fish have been getting unusually aggressive lately. Apparently, they're attacking other creatures, as well as divers and even small boats. I was wondering if we could invite them to the aquarium for some rest and relaxation. At the very least, it'll keep them from causing any more trouble.
And I'm pretty sure they'll be delighted to have some of the snacks that are on display on the desk right here.
Once they're here, I can look for a way to cure their sudden bad temper. That way, we can help the fish and the waters return to normal. And you can add some unique guest performers to your aquarium. What a wonderful idea!
You've got my full support.
All right. I'll give you all the intel I have to find those aggressive fish. The rest is up to you.
You got it. So I guess this means we unlocked another sort of mini event. That being the gunsmith's departure. So it looks like we just have to complete this commission? Oh right, we have the marvelous abilities as well. So I guess we could go ahead and level this up. Oh, and this one looks like we require some supplies. But it would also be a good idea to level this up as well as this. And we don't have enough funds. Ah, it seems that we still have some stuff to do. So I guess it's time to bring out the Hunter Knight Gunsmith twins. Oh, that was the thing that we fought in the last part, and I got completely destroyed by it due to my lack of awareness. So let's go ahead and tackle that, shall we? All right, let's go ahead and take out this this no-good pair of fishies. And I guess it's also a good thing to consider that, you know, upon, you know, like doing these whole, like, set of commissions regarding, you know, this whole business venture, to give my 2 cents on this whole thing, like, honestly, it's a fun idea in concept, but personally, it's not my cup of tea, personally. As I remember, you know, when I first started out playing Hawkeye Star Rail, that I had a similar experience when it came to, like, the whole business ordeal. And I don't remember how long it took me. I would want to say it was closer to around, I'd want to say... maybe like between 3 to 5 days from what I remember. Yeah, I didn't really like doing it, and since this is more or less kind of the same vibe, then I don't know. It's like, I guess the point I'm trying to say is, it's a great concept. I'm just not, you know, the biggest fan of it. You know, the one thing that I actually do remember, you know, with the whole business motif thing going on, the last time I tried to do this, yeah, I remember, like, the whole main story probably took, like, around an hour and a half. And then the whole, like, business sort of thing took a staggering 3 hours. And, yeah. Oh, I did not have a fun time with that.
Oh, you've been bringing back so many fish lately. The aquarium is starting to look like a real ocean habitat.
Thank you.
We're practically pro fishy fetchers already.
Yep, professional fishers. Fishermen. Fisherwomen. Yeah.
You appear to take great pride in your work.
I sure do.
You betcha. Behind the sense of accomplishment, there's something else. Something more like...
Regret? Or perhaps loneliness.
Yeah, that's it. That's how Paimon's feeling underneath.
Why's that?
Paimon's not sure. It just feels like something's missing.
Like maybe a restaurant? Or visitors?
Hey, don't say stuff like that. How can anyone bear to eat such beautiful fishies?
Who said about anything about eating the fishies? Well, I certainly didn't, but you did.
We're missing visitors to come and admire our amazing handiwork.
You're saying you want to open the aquarium to visitors?
Would that not be okay?
Are you worried it'll be too noisy? Or are you worried it'll cause a lot of problems?
If that's the case, just leave everything to us. We'll take care of advertising and all the day-to-day stuff. You just focus on your own work.
If that's what you want.
We could split the revenue 30-70.
Huh? We only get 70%?
No, Paimon. Sandrone gets 70%.
Oh, right. Of course. Sandrone is the one renting this boat, after all.
Ugh, you make me sound like some sort of tyrannical landlord. You're putting in the work, so you should get the lion's share. I'm not stingy like Pantalone.
So that means you're giving us the all clear?
Sure, you have my blessing. Just make sure it doesn't get in the way of my research.
Woohoo! The Wing-a-Lick Underwater Fisharium is officially open for business!
Wait, that's what you decided to name it?
Of course, you already thought of a name.
Time to meet up with Sandrone! Wonder if Sweet Lolly was able to pinpoint the location. Well, we should know soon. Let's just hope it all works out.
Yeah, Paimon's got a point right there, but that's gonna be for next time on Genshin Impact. So until then, I'll catch you all later.